I'm Joshua Bardwell, and you're going to learn something today. One of the questions that I get the most, that is the hardest for me to answer, is how do I find a local group to fly FPV with? And it's tough because having a local group is one of the best resources you can have. I will do my best to answer your questions via email or Facebook messages or YouTube comments, but there's no substitute for just having somebody who knows what the frick they're doing look over your shoulder and see what's wrong, tell you what's wrong, tell you what you need to know to get it fixed. Never mind the fact that having other people to fly with is it's just fun to have a social group. So what I want to tell you in this video is how to find other people to fly with in your area. So how do you find people to fly with in your area? The very first place I always go is right here. This is the MultiGP website. In case you have been living under a rock, MultiGP is a worldwide racing league for drone racing. And the great thing about MultiGP is that anyone can set up a MultiGP chapter. And that means that you can go to the MultiGP website, you go to the chapters section, and you hit view chapters on a map. And then you just go to wherever you live. So the great thing is, let me just zoom out here. The great thing is it's worldwide, mostly the US and Europe, but some other places as well. So if we just zoom in here, I mean, you can quickly see if you're in Algeria, it's not going to work for you. But in the US and Europe, there's just tons and tons of chapters. And if you happen to live in Kissimmee, Florida, you've got a couple options. Now, some of you are thinking, wait a minute, Kissimmee to Orlando, that's only 23 minutes. So that's not as far as I thought. It may happen that the chapter that's closest to you is an hour away. And so you may have to bite the bullet to go to a race day. But at least if you're an American, driving an hour to get somewhere is not, some of us do that every day for work. So it's not that big a deal. Once you've found a chapter, you can click on the link to get to the MultiGP page for the chapter. And that's going to have contact information for the chapter organizer. If it's got a Facebook page, there'll be a link to the Facebook page and any events that they're putting on. You can very easily get in touch with the people who run the chapter. And you may be thinking to yourself, but I don't want to race. I want to freestyle. Or I'm just a beginner. I can't go to races. First of all, stop. Yes, you can. And second of all, it doesn't matter. Just meet these guys. If it's a race, half of them freestyle anyway. The point is just to meet people who do FPV. And once you're connected, you can sort of branch out from there. This is one of the easiest and simplest ways to get connected. And the very first place I tell anyone to go if they're interested in finding other people to meet up with. Now, what if we're in an area that doesn't have a nearby MultiGP chapter? The next thing I do is I turn to Facebook. And I can't promise you that what I'm about to show you is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. And you'll at least get to see the method that I try to use. So here we are in the middle of Wyoming, and there's one MultiGP chapter in Laramie, but nothing really anywhere else. So let's just try Casper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to search for Casper, Wyoming FPV. Oh, well, we got something. YOFPV. So there's apparently a group called YOFPV. And it's a Wyoming racing group. Where is it based out of? I mean, somebody at least mentioned Casper, or we wouldn't have gotten a search result. Rocky Mountain. See? So anyway, we're on a trail now. We can start. We've got people in the general area, and now we can start reaching out and messaging them. So that's the second thing I do, is I just search either in Facebook or in Google. Let's see here. Trey, who is this guy? I don't know, but look, he does FPV, and he's got Casper, Wyoming in his page. Let's look him up. Where have you lived? Tracy, California. He's not in Wyoming anymore. Okay, that's probably a dead end. Sorry, Trade Player, you're a dead end. Oh, holy crap. Are you for real? I swear to God, this is not set up. Drone racing comes to Casper. Drone pilots ready to saddle up in Casper this month. We got a newspaper, Pinterest about Casper, Wyoming. But we gotta get a contact info. Drone racing comes to Casper. Page not, damn it. Page not found. Okay, what we can do is we can hit the Google cache for the page. Drone racing comes to Casper. June 2016. It's a little stale, but Casper Sports Alliance, John Giatono. Casper Air Modelers Club, Josh Nelson. Okay, Josh Nelson, who are you? Casper Air Modelers, Casper, Wyoming, Facebook bingo. Now we're really on to something. We got something now. So, we got a few leads here as to how to get information, even if you're in the middle of nowhere. Pick your city, search on Facebook, search on Google, search for FPV, search for drone racing. These keywords can help you tease out any threads that can help you, because chances are there's somebody near you that flies. You just haven't met them yet. And this is some ways that you can kind of start finding these people. If it doesn't work for your city, take the next big city over a half hour away. And that's how I work out from there. I hope this video has been helpful for you. I remember when I first got into FPV, I was sure there was nobody in Knoxville who flew FPV. And then one day I just stumbled across a Facebook group of Knoxville FPV, and there they were, you know, 5 or 10 people. Now Knoxville has a massive FPV community, and one of the fastest FPV racers in the world actually lives in Knoxville somehow. Technically he's in Maryville, but Maryville? I think he's in Maryville. Anyway, I hope this helps you get connected with people, and I encourage you to do it. This is a very, we're all introverts. We all just sit in front of our computers and talk on the internet, and that's why we fly FPV, because, you know, but it's so good to meet other people who are in the hobby and have them be able to help you out with your problems, and just to have other people to discuss things with. No matter how good the internet is, in person is even better. So definitely give it a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy flying. Evan's that was so funny. That's so fucking funny. Evan's like, hey everybody, and Alex is like, ah. Ouch. Okay.